It is seniors night. 22 Sun Devils seniors taking the field in their final regular season home game. Sultana comes in aggressively undaunted. The onside kick to start the game. Recovered by the Sultans, 33. Sultana's posted 34-player roster does not show who number 33 is. Lawrence Scott, the carry, the 5'5", 130-pound junior, comes in averaging 5 yards per carry, the Sultans' second leading ground gainer on the year. Sultana converts the game-opening turnover into points on the scoreboard. Cody Hill connects from 42 yards, 3-0 Sultans, 2.5 minutes in. Jeff Widener goes right to work, hitting Ty Smith on his first of 17 Jeff Widener completions. Ty Smith, 6 receptions for 116 yards on the night. Noah Renteria, first down yardage to the 44, but Sun Devils' offensive penalties move this possession back. This is 2nd and 21, back at their own 33. Jeff Widener rifles it to David Blocker Jr., the 5'8", 165-pound senior wide receiver and two-way starter. One thing very impressive about Sun Devils receivers, their determination to keep fighting for as many yards as possible after the catch. Sultan defensive back Devin Dalton, 22, among those bringing Blocker down after a gain of 20. Xander Witt demonstrates why and how he averages 25-plus yards per catch, forging forward for a first down to the Sultana 16. Next play, Jeff Widener flips it to Ty Smith on the slant. The 6', 170-pound sophomore has his 6th touchdown reception of the season, and the Sun Devils have a lead they shall not relinquish. Sultan coach Keith Locklear has designed an offensive plan of attack that consistently produces solid gains on the ground, but we see a penalty flag fly here as both teams have early possessions hampered by offensive penalties. Sultana is unable to recover and keep the ball on their second possession. Sun Devils senior Gabe Soddy Jr., 70, the sack. Gabe Soddy is 6'1", 255, 4th sack on the year for the returning All-Mojave River League defender. 2nd and 8, Sun Devils, their own 44, Jeremy Justice II, first down into Sultana territory. Jeremy Justice is 6'3", 175 pounds, a junior, averages 12 yards per catch from his wide receiver position. Kenyard Edwards Jr. gets the call. The junior running back carries for a first down, but Sultana's defense stiffens, and the Sultans will end Apple Valley's third possession, taking over on downs. Sultana meets the same fate on their ensuing possession. This is what is called a coverage sack. Nathaniel Glass's receivers all covered, and the 6'3", 240-pound sophomore is brought down by Noah Renteria, 2, Jesse Griggs, 42, and company. Noah Renteria stays in at running back and carries for 17 yards into Sultana territory at the 31. Noah Renteria is a 5'8", 175-pound senior. The Sultans turn the table in the sack department. Andrew Ast, 20, runs down Jeff Widener. Andrew Ast, 5'9", 160-pound junior free safety, enters this game with 9 solo tackles on the year. He averages 7 tackles a game. Jeff Widener seems to thrive under pressure. 3rd and long, rolling out to his right, the completion to Tyron Smith, 21 yards for a first down at the 10 on the last play of the first quarter. Sultana resumes its sack attack. 44, another unidentified Sultan not listed on their roster. 2nd down at the 11, Xander Witt to the 4. Sultana defenders stiffen again. If the Sun Devils are to score on this possession, it must come on a 4th and goal at the 5. Jeff Widener rolling right, flick of the wrist pitch to tight end Jesse Griggs. 6 points, Sun Devils. 2nd pass reception on the season for Jesse Griggs, both for touchdowns. The 6', 205-pound senior is more often recognized as his team's leading tackler. Kicker Mackenzie Lopez, enjoying her senior night opportunities. She goes 7 for 7 this night in the PAT department, and it is 14-3 Sun Devils, 9:24 showing on the second quarter clock. Standard operating procedure for the Sun Devils in many a game this season: score twice in a very short time span late in the second quarter. Here's that process demonstrated. A 93-yard scoring drive ignited by the 3rd and 12 pitch and catch to Xander Witt that covers 65 yards. This possession began with the Jeremy Justice pass interception at the 7. Next play, from the 9, Noah Renteria runs it in, and the Sun Devils go up 21-3 with 1:38 seconds to go before halftime. For Noah Renteria, his first touchdown of the year. The Sun Devils get it back with 33 seconds before the half. Their own 16, Jeff Widener to Xander Witt, 47 yards to the 37. A completion to Ty Smith, then a pair of penalties moving them back beyond the 20, and it is 4th and goal with 6.8 seconds on the clock. Jeff Widener back to Tyron Smith, and the Sun Devils have their biggest lead of the night, 28-3, as the clock shows 1.8 seconds remaining before halftime. When you see how developments progress to start the second half, do not think for a moment that the Sun Devils have become complacent, nor think the Sultans will be less than fired up to open the third quarter. Coach Matt Rohrbaugh knows Coach Keith Locklear too well to have his team believe they do not still have a game on their hands. Sultana takes the second half kickoff and gets a 30-yard return by Jose Ramirez. The 5'5 senior is the team's leading ball carrier on the year. Jose Ramirez will carry on plays from scrimmage for 147 yards this night, tops among ball carriers on both teams. If you heard mention made of Apple Valley players, ball carriers, and pass receivers battling for every yard, Sultana players are equal in these efforts. Ball carrier Sal Hernandez refuses to be brought down, and his teammates keep moving the pile another 5, 10, 15, 20 yards across midfield and into Sun Devils territory. You'll see this Sultana first possession of the second half interrupted by the Tyron Smith interception, but this is but a temporary setback in Sultana's second half momentum. Sultan defenders regain that momentum on the very next play. The hard hit on the handoff exchange. Brandon Dow, 10, dives for the loose ball as it rolls into the end zone. It is Xavier Garcia, 11, falling on it, and Whitecap Joe Michael signals touchdown Sultana. Cody Hill out of Elijah Hampton's hold, and Sultana has closed the gap to 28-10, 2:15 in the second half. In the Sight for Sore Eyes category, Sun Devils fans welcome the return of Chad Smith from the disabled list, soft cast on his hand. When Xavier Garcia shoots the gap and makes the tackle on this play, we get a closer look at the junior defensive back who scored the touchdown on the fumble recovery in the end zone. This is 2nd and 6 at the 33. Jeff Widener releases the perfect pitch, just beating Cody Talamuava's pass rush. And this is primo Jeff Widener to Xander Witt execution. Nicely thrown ball, full extension without breaking stride. Xander Witt, 15th touchdown reception by the 5'11", 180-pound wide receiver. Snap. Apple Valley has the momentum back and a 24-point lead. Mackenzie Lopez's kick out of Ty Smith's hold, and the lead is back up to 25 with 7:51 to go in the third quarter. It is 35-10 Sun Devils. Sultana responds with a keep it on the ground scoring drive. Nathaniel Glass breaks one tackle and carries for a first down into the red zone. Brandon Dow caps the drive, following his blockers in from a yard out, and Sultana is back within 19. The try for 2 on the conversion fails. It is 35-16 with 3.5 to play in quarter number 3. It takes Jeff Widener and company less than a minute To make up for that Sultans score, another incredibly thrown pass, this time to David Blocker Jr. The senior wide receiver hauls it in at the 5 and tumbles into the end zone. The play covering 40 yards. DJ Blocker's second touchdown pass of his career equates to Jeff Widener's TD pass number 41. This game, Jeff Widener's 17 completions in 24 attempts net him 381 yards. Sultana will rally for 2 more touchdowns in the fourth quarter, both scored by their sophomore signal caller, Nathaniel Glass. The second Nathaniel Glass touchdown at the midway mark of the fourth quarter pulls Sultana within 11, 42-31. Sultana actually outscores the Sun Devils 28-21 the second half. Apple Valley counters Sultana's fourth touchdown by returning to their ground game. Chad Smith will carry for 106 yards all the second half and score the game's final touchdown on a 4-yard power play. The Sun Devils' running back by committee formula accounts for over 200 yards rushing in the absence of leading ball carrier Donovan Ferguson. Adding in Jeff Widener's 381 passing yards, nearly 600 yards total offense on the night. Next up for Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's defending Mojave River League champions, Hesperia at Scorpions Stadium. Major task, do not look past Hesperia in knowing Oak Hills looms on the horizon the following week in the showdown for the MRL title. Coach Keith Locklear will have his Sultans ready for Burroughs next before finishing up league play against Serrano.
Down Home Grill Action Highlights Online Sports Report. Down Home Grill now serving new spinach wraps including turkey kale crunch, buffalo blue cheese, and chicken Santa Fe. Down Home Grill is open daily 6 in the morning till 10 at night, located at the corner of Nutritious and Delicious, Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive in Victorville.